Hey guys, how's it going? Stella here, and welcome back to episode 3 of my Ultimate Ironman progress. So I just picked up 47 woodcutting, and as you can probably tell from the chat, we are about to pick up 50 fire making here. Just a few more logs. I decided to skip the progression of 30 to 50, etc. Just because I feel like it's such a typical thing to do. By the way, I feel like people normally do teaks. I was already here though, and had a couple other things to do, so went ahead and just decided to finish it off at Willow's. And that is 50 fire making. We have all the requirements we need for Wintertodt, apart from the warm clothing, which is very easy to get. So, goal for this episode is to get construction to a point that I'm comfortable starting Wintertodt, because I do want to try the solo method, since I've heard that's more XP, and finish off the Arty Cloak, because if you've seen or played an Ironman yourself before, you would know that the Arty Cloak is a very important piece of equipment and will be used basically for the rest of the game, however long this account is played. The only notable thing that happened during that whole leveling process is I found an emerald ring. If I end up with a cosmic somehow, I can turn that into a dueling ring if I get a high enough magic level. But for now, we have one more task to finish up the Arty Easy Diary, which is start a game of fishing trawler. I'm not going to do that now since it's kind of late. Spent most of the afternoon and some of the evening training fire making, so I am going to probably give it a rest for the night. If not, though, I will be back. You'll be able to tell by how tired sounding my voice is. But yeah, big plans for this episode. Start the Wintertodt 99 fire making grind and see what happens. We also just hit 300 total level with that, which is very coincidental, but also kind of cool. Nice how that works out. Alright, we are about to do a game of fishing trawler, I hope. We don't actually have to finish, I don't think. So my plan is to start and then leave, which is probably kind of scummy, but there's just straight up nothing we can get from this at the moment. I've also decided I'm going to finish the diary, their last task here, but I'm not going to grab the reward yet, because I do want to train construction, and I want to have an even number of inventory spaces, so I am just going to wait it out until I'm done with that and see what happens from there, I guess, because it is kind of a pain having less inventory space. I want to have these 24 so I can build, I don't know, like 6 bookcases or something, which would speed up the process slightly. There's still a problem with world hopping, so I'm literally gonna have to wait for each plank to spawn, which is a massive pain, but something I guess we'll have to deal with. And there is our last task. I don't know if we could teleport from here, but if not, I'll just log out, I guess. Coming in with, hopefully here, 25 construction. Yeah, it's kind of a dull grind, but we're getting there. I'm getting literally like 3,000 XP per hour right now, but it's really chill. It still can't world hop, so it's kind of a massive pain and why I'm getting such slow XP rates, but it is what it is. I can see the little muffin top as I'm building this thing here. I'm not sure how I feel about that. There's 26 though. Probably not gonna give a level every update, but if I think of some crap to say, I'll say it. Also, I think the first clip or so might have had part of the screen cut off because I'm not used to RuneLight's sidebar thing being pushed over, but I'll get used to it. Decided to take a bit of a break from the construction and trying to grind and get a few more quests that we can get done finished. So here is yeah, the interesting dialogue between us having this stuff already, bring us from 14 to 18 mining. Alright, doing the Night Sword, had to make one more trip out to the wilderness to pick up 2 iron bars. Gonna skedaddle now. I'm kind of all over the place, so apologies for the whiplash with clips. Cliplash, I guess. Ended up going back to Varrock for the pie dish and red berries that I forgot. Hopefully we can, yep, alright. And stopped by Port Khazard to pick up flour to actually make the pie. While I was in Varrock, picked up some oak planks for some upgrades we're about to get in our house, provided we have enough cash, because I didn't check that beforehand. I've also decided now is probably a good time to pick up the Arty Cloak. We'll just keep the lamp in our inventory and hope we don't die. If we do, it's not a huge deal, but it was kind of, it was a partial reason I was getting up to 30 construction. The other one obviously being XP from Wintertodt. And yeah, it'd just be great because we have quick access to charter ships and the Brimhaven, Remington, Arty boat system with Barnaby, which is only 30 coins, which is really nice compared to the charter ships. Easy access to that, and like prayer store in the future fairy rings through the Arty Cloak, so gonna go ahead and pick that up. Alright, it's been ages since I've done any of this. Here's 2 pints, and there's the Arty Cloak. Got a slight prayer bonus. I actually didn't remember that I had prayer bonus. Also have some slight attack and defense bonus. The magic is the nicest one there. And this antique lamp, which I can only use on level 30 plus skills, which is 2500 XP. I think at one point I said it was 3k, but that was a mistake. Alright, this was as I suspected. I want to build a workshop and it's 10k, which is the majority of our cash stack. So that'll pretty much be all we're able to afford. I am gonna go ahead and build it though. Do I want it in this direction? Yeah, let's build it off of this room actually. If we slowly walk over there. No. Door hotspot, please. Workshop. Go ahead and build that. Come in here. We want to build a, apparently not that, a clock making space. No, that's not it either, is it? Huh? This is, oh, that is the right one. Did I click on the wrong thing? Anyways, we're gonna build a bench and also a tool store. That'll just make it so we don't have to run elsewhere to find a hammer and saw. We can just pick them up from here, or should be able to. And we will be upgrading these once we have the means and funds to. So that should be nice for the time being. And it's a little bit of construction XP, which is good. Picking up Blue-Right Ore, one for the quest, one for the Falador Diary. Picking up 19 mining. And as you saw, we can teleport straight out of there, which is, it might be slightly farther of a walk. I think it's really close though. It does cost us a tiny bit of GP, but it avoids the nightmare scenario of getting hit for 5 twice on the way out. Oh shoot. Turned out to retaliate on. Alright, I figured we might as well finish up Pirate's Treasure, since we're not really in danger of getting a hit points level, which is what I was mainly worried about, and we've got a weapon for the time being, so might as well. It's a much more difficult fight than I remember it being, but there we go. Got this. We're probably just going to end up selling these in all honesty, which will help boost our cash stack a little bit, because I forgot that we need some cash to buy pineapples for Wintertodt. Oh, right. Should probably not tell the guy that I was wielding his sword and just kill the man with it in the dark. Anyways, 29 smithing coming in, and I'm gonna do this off camera, go finish up the blue-right limbs. Finishing up the last few inventories of the level 30 construction grind, I will be happy to have this over. Ran into yet another alt doing the same early game method as I have. So, I guess with what's going on in the world, everyone's starting alts now. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. But also, this is the first time I've seen the message, you can't use the run button at the moment. We are finally coming in with the last bookcase, unless we get a freak thing in the nails. Gonna get really close to the nails. Last bookcase for 30 construction. We can leave that there, and now we can finally use this lamp on construction, which should take us to 31, and no higher. Technically we could get to 32, but I am not about that noise anymore. Yeah, I believe we had to drop our Artie cloak to go back to Intrana because it has combat bonuses. But apart from that, I think I'm very nearly ready to get started towards Wintertodt. I just went to the wrong place, but I guess I can buy pineapples while I'm here, so as not to waste money. I do need Clue Hunter, which I've never gotten before, and should be interesting to get because I don't know what I'm doing really. Because of the world hopping thing, it's going to be a massive pain to buy pineapples, so I am going to stock up on cakes for now, just because really, and I do need to get rid of this still. I'm just trying not to forget that. Yes, I might go ahead and get 25 here. Probably not actually. I'll just intermittently get these as I go. I believe this will be piece number 1 of these spaces. Oh, 1 and 2 I guess. Alright, seems pretty easy. Alright, I'm glad but also kind of annoyed that I just realized this needs to be smithed on Doric's anvil and not just any anvil in the game. Here's step number 2. Oh, I don't really want that, do I? And there's the task finished. We can finally drop these 2 things. So I just realized I did not press the record button. Anyways, I just picked up the last Clue Hunter piece we need from the area to the southwest here. And as I said in the clip you never heard, I don't know how much food this will use since I've never done Wintertodt solo, and I haven't done much of it on the actual world for it. So I've got 90 something here because it's a pain to buy pineapples on the world hopping situation currently. And I did end up picking like half of these myself, which I don't really want to do, so gonna see how long this lasts and then go back if we need to. Alright, I just watched a pretty extensive guide on this, and I will probably end up doing it terribly anyways. I said it was subdued a minute ago. Oh, I guess that means it was respawning. Anyways, I decided to drop a few pineapples. I need to clear up some space. Again, no idea how much food I'll need. The guy in the video didn't use a lot, but he's also like 100 mil firemaking XP and has probably done this many hours. So yeah, I need to pick up a hammer and a tinderbox and then get to the method. I might record it to see how it goes at first compared to how it goes later. Yeah, I think I will actually. I may throw that in the video, and may not. Anyways, wish me luck. Of course my heater's gonna come on as I need to record a clip with audio. It looks like I accidentally killed it early. I think another guy I watched said to stay in this area for a bit while it like recovered or something like that. But I think I took it down too much too early. So I am gonna exit now. Alright, yeah. No. Okay. And I think you can have multiple of these, but I'm not entirely sure. So I am just gonna open it and see what's in there. You don't have enough free space. Items may fall to the ground and be lost. I guess we'll just open it. Warm gloves. I don't think that does anything though. And a bunch of garbage. Nice. Alright, I mean, it could be a lot worse. I have to decide what all I'm going to be keeping, and then probably eventually get a looting bag to store stuff in. Almost missed a random there for the classroom thingamajig. I don't know where I'm going to put this though. Kinda don't want to put it on Herblore since that feels like a bit of a waste. Although Herblore and runecrafting are like my most likely candidates, and they both have good early quests. Tempted just to put it on construction because that has immediate benefit. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Probably get yelled at in the comments for that, but it provides immediate benefit. Now everything in there is going to be more XP, which will add up over time, unlike something like Herblore or Runecraft. Alright, I've decided this is what I'm going to keep for now. I am going to go get a looting bag at some point in the very near future, probably within like the next few games. I do want to make sure I get a sapphire though. Oh crap. What level do I need for this? Oh no. I need 22 crafting. There are some quests I can do though that will aid in that, so basically if I get a looting bag and I'm storing stuff in it, I want to be able to get back here quickly, which I can do with the games necklace. That will require me to go into the wilderness to get some cosmic runes, but that shouldn't be a huge deal. Alternatively, I can aim for some other quests depending on how things go down and unlock Ali Morrisane. That is something I'll have to decide shortly though. For now, I'm going to run a few more games. Alright, there's another game done. That's 2 games I just did. The games take a decent amount of time when you're doing solo. I think they're intended to take like 20 or 30 minutes if you do the point stuff properly, but oh, I guess you can't really tell, but I only got like 4,000 for one of these and close to 6,000 for another, so definitely not doing them the way I should be, really, or at least the ideal way. By the way, you do not need very much food at all to do this, so I'm glad I didn't spend a bunch of time getting pineapples, and I'll probably end up dropping these. But for now, I think I'm going to run and try to get my crafting up through quests, and then craft a sapphire necklace, then run to Mage Training Arena, get a cosmic rune, probably more than one cosmic rune in order to make more in the future, and make a games necklace to get back, then get a looting bag to store all this junk. I'm also going to go ahead and pick up 30 fletching, I think, because we are going to be fletching quite a bit for extra points during Wintertodt, so it'll be nice to have the extra levels to get, well, extra levels. Simply because the XP scales with your level, meaning higher level we are, the more experience we're going to get overall. Alright, coming in with Murder Mystery. There's Bob. It's always Bob, isn't it? If we can get a move on here, we can slap in irons and get some money and some crafting XP. Alright. That takes us up to 15 crafting, which is not quite enough, but we'll find a way to finish it off one way or another. I swear this heater only comes on when I need to record a clip, but 16 crafting. Decided to make some of this while I'm in the area, and I don't know how sustainable that would be because I don't have access to a furnace that's close to the charter members. I don't think anyways. But it's become apparent to me that we won't be able to finish off crafting by questing easily, so I'm gonna do something like this or find some other way to finish it off. I realize how scatterbrained this is, but there's 18 crafting. We also picked up 13 fletching on the way here. It's kind of the nature of early Ultimate Ironman to be doing and juggling quite a few things at once, and it's kind of how the entire game mode is, so I could do a little bit better about planning things, which I am going to try to, but don't expect the scatterbrainedness of the content to go away completely. At least at certain points. There are times where we're going to just sit out and do a long grind like we're going to do with Wintertodt once we finally get everything set up. Here comes 15 fletching. Should make the remainder of the skill easier, as now we can make arrow shafts out of oak logs, which is twice as much XP, twice as many arrow shafts. And the fast part of it, anyways, is attaching the feathers, which might hurt our cash stack a little bit, but we're going to get some coins back from the supply crates anyhow. Here comes 20 fletching. Honestly, this is kind of clamping my ability to do things right now, so I may stop here, or I might go to 25, depending on how the crafting pans out. I am about to do Goblin Diplomacy, as you can probably tell by the dies. I'm gonna pick up the 3 Goblin Mail spawns that are there. You can look that up if you don't know much about it. I won't cover it since a lot of other people already have. I was aiming for 30 fletching. I may or may not end up going for that, depending on how slow I think these are. And to finish off crafting, I might literally have to do bowstrings or something, depending on what. I don't know why I just dropped these. I could have sold them. But depending on how annoying the molten glass becomes, and it's already become fairly annoying, so might end up spinning some flax. Yeah, looking at the experience rate for fletching at Wintertodt, it gives me 12 XP per root I fletch and do kindling, versus the 16.5 I get from fletching or oak logs right now. So I'm just gonna stop at 20 and see however far it carries me. Here comes 19 crafting. Not that, 3 more levels to go. I keep accidentally pressing my record key, which is, you know, a me thing, but anyways, here comes Goblin Diplomacy. We get a gold bar from this, which was the reward I mentioned earlier. We use that along with a sapphire to make our games necklace that we're planning on making. However, I am still quite a ways from 22 crafting, unfortunately, which means I am off to the flax fields. This is a new low point in my RuneScape career. So it turned out that the trip from their charter ship in Port Khazard to the furnace in East Ardoon was not that bad, thanks to the Arty Club 1 teleport to the monastery, so I just went ahead and did that, and apparently... Oh, I actually did need this, because I wouldn't have gotten out without the XP from this. Anyways, I did have to hop worlds a couple times, which is a little nerve-wracking considering the server stability. But yeah, that is 22 crafting out of the way. Enough for us to be able to craft our own games necklace now. But I think that is a good place to wrap up the episode, since this one is kind of run a bit long, I believe. Still have to stitch together all the clips and everything, but I do believe we made good progress. We started at Wintertodt. Still a couple of things to do in order to set us up for the long term, but I was really enjoying the solo Wintertodt, so I honestly don't think the grind will be that bad. I don't know if I'll end up sticking it out all the way through to 99, but I will definitely try for it. It would be, I think, a nice first 99 ever on old school to get. I know it's kind of cliche / standard, but that doesn't really bother me much. Anyways, if you've enjoyed the episode, feel free to comment, give me feedback, positive or negative. Leave a like, dislike if you fancy. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.